Now we're going to show you what a goat looks like as she gets closer to kidding. We didn't time this course just right to get somebody that was kidding today, but we're estimating based on when we put this doe in with the buck that she's only 2 or 3 weeks off, and she's definitely showing some signs of being ready to kid soon. So the first thing that I want to know is that this doe is a little bit older. This will be her 7th batch of kids that she's having, so you can kind of tell her coat is just a little bit duller than what a younger healthy animal would be. Doesn't mean that she's unhealthy, it's just that she's old and we love her. She's a little bit bonier along her top line, again just a little bit of an older goat. And then her udder, which we'll look at in a little bit, is a little bit saggier than what a younger goat would be, but again, we still love her. So what we're going to look for when a goat is getting ready to kid, we're going to check her respiration rate. Respiration rate will increase. You'll see her kind of, so that's just her body overheating, getting ready to go into the kidding labor stage. Actually, you can see the you can see the kids kicking a little bit, so, and her shivering because she's scared. So other things that we're going to check for is if she's getting sick. So sometimes when goats are getting ready to kid, their immune systems are just naturally lower. They can sometimes come up with some respiratory issues, so we would just check for any nasal discharge, eye discharge, and she is doing okay there. So then once we've kind of done that, just what does she look like overall, we're going to move to her back half, and that's where all of the action is happening. If you look from a rear view, you can see how extended her poor belly is. This doe in particular usually has about 3 kids each time that she freshens. So there's a lot going on in there. So she's definitely extended in her abdomen. The next thing that we're going to look at is her udder. So as goats get closer to kidding, this udder fills up with milk, and it gets almost like a swollen feeling, but definitely a very, very full feeling. She doesn't want you to look at her udder. So you can see how prominent it is, and she's not nursing kids right now. So if she's not nursing kids, and you can notice her udder, as she goes along, gets closer to kidding, it'll get fuller and fuller. What we really look for is her T ends. So her T ends haven't gotten full of milk yet, which means she's still a little bit far off. A couple days before she freshens, these T ends will actually swell up with milk, and they almost look like a cone shape. The next thing that we're going to look at is her vulva. So as animals get closer to kidding, their vulva gets swollen and often has a lot of discharge. This looks like a normal vulva, but she does have a little bit of discharge coming. You can see it kind of looks like slime glistening. So that means, again, like she's getting close, but still has a little bit more to go. This will actually almost double in size, so it really does get quite a bit more swollen right before they're ready to kid. So I would expect in a couple weeks we will see some babies.